Now that we've got ourselves at least somewhat defended, let's see what we can do about getting ourselves a proper factory built. Hello everybody, welcome back to Factorio. My name is Arctic Wolf and this is episode 5. I've done a little bit of work between episodes. As you can see here, I added iron miners to our iron mining so that these belts are backing up. So we're getting full smelters here. We just finished science research on red belts. So we're going to have to put a red belt in right here. Let's see. Yep, I want to make concrete. That's definitely, because that'll increase my movement speed around the base, which is good. Okay, so I need to make some red belts. Okay, let's go grab some iron gear wheels. There's none in here. There's not enough iron coming down here. What a conundrum we find ourselves in. I'll just take all this iron. Do it myself. Okay. In today's episode, I want to get some kind of automated... Okay, let me start over. In today's episode, we're going to work towards a big project goal. See, the end goal of this series is to launch a rocket into space with a satellite on it and win the game. In order to do that, we have to build a satellite factory, we have to build a rocket factory, and we have to bring the satellite to the rocket bay and then launch the rocket. Well, in order to do that, we have to build a factory. And that's what this is. And then along the way, another thing is we have to do the science research until we've completed the tech tree, which is actually very, very big. And along the way, we'll unlock the ability to use different resources and whatnot around the way. So today, I want to get set up for the next science we're going to need. And I want to set up assemblies to make all the components we're going to use building this. Like I want to have an assembler maker that makes assemblers and puts it in a box. And I want inserters and belts that's not connected to the green science, also doing the same thing. Like a little spot where there's all this stuff is being built somewhere, probably up north. And then it all gets sent to one centralized location where I can just go there and there'll be belts running into chests and I can pick it up. So it's going to be a few different stages of development. We're going to have to grab raw resources from down in here with miners. I'm going to belt it all up north. Yeah, it's definitely going to be up north. Probably up here to the left on this long skinny peninsula up here. Yep, we're going to belt the stuff up this way. And then we're going to manufacture everything up here, because as far as I can tell, like there's no land or anything around here to go to. But when I get landfill, I can fill some of this in, like these inland lakes and whatnot. And we can expand this across that way if we need to, like connect this, get this little lake out of the way. But yeah, we're going to be working around up here. Yeah. And that'll keep the pollution away from the biters. Since there are no biters up here, I don't think they can spawn if there's not one nearby. At least I hope that's the case. But I'm going to run back to base, gather some supplies, and then get this going. And we will be right back. Okay, everybody. After several hours of work, this is the final result. Isn't it nifty? We got a box for everything. Over here we have assemblers, and we got miners, and we got splitters and underground belts, regular belts, filter inserters, fast inserters, long arm inserters, and inserters. And this is all coming in on one belt and getting split off and sorted by the splitters and put into its respective chests. When I get the logistics chests and the robots, this is going to make this a whole bunch more, because then I can call certain amounts to me at a just all the time. I can program it. But there's a lot going on up here, so we're just going to follow the main resources back. Okay. I'll show you down here, because there's a lot going on. Copper's coming from there. Go down to the iron. Let's go down to the iron. The iron is most important. We got any iron that's not being used by anywhere else in the base is getting sent up there. So this is all backed up in here. Everything that's not getting sent out that way goes up here. And then we got dedicated miners sending ore out onto that line. Anywhere I could fit a miner in here, I stuck it in there and belted it all together. And it's all coming together up here, right there, and going up that way. This is normal. We got our red belt down there now. So this array, it can't use all the iron now, so that's all backed up over there. That's fantastic. The coal's all backed up. As long as it's all backed up in here, I like it. Okay, so this coal array on the top is feeding over and up. So we got a full belt of iron and a full belt of coal coming up. And enough copper to do what we're doing up there. Yeah, I like running on belts because it's faster. So up here we're splitting the coal off, and then we're making a half belt of iron and coal and a half belt of copper and coal. And then the iron side, we're splitting that into two belts, feeding one up here and one around this way, and we got three sets of 6. So that's 18 smelters smelting iron, 6 smelters smelting the copper. On this line here, coming through the middle, the copper and the iron get set on opposite sides of the line here, and they get sent through, and then we're pulling off for the line for iron gear wheels here, and they get put on this belt down here. And then they're pulling off of the line on the top for the copper wire, which gets put on that line there. And then that's a splitter merger, where it goes straight onto the other side. So we got a double belt of the copper wire coming through here. The iron plates and copper plates go right straight through. We're going to pull the iron plates off of the top right there for these green circuits here. Any of the copper plates that didn't get used in these copper wire gets cycled around, up around over here and back over that way. Right here we got a splitter that takes all the iron plates off of that belt and sticks them on this belt over here for these green circuits. And then any iron plates that don't get used get split off over there on the end and come up and around and come back up here and meet in with this belt right here. So we're taking the iron plates off of belt, put them on a belt, off a belt, put them on a belt, move them around where we need them. Same thing with the copper wire and the green circuits. Okay. So now we've got iron plates coming in. First of all the iron plates that are being made up here come down here and get smashed onto that belt right there. Any iron plates that don't get used from this assembly here come down here, and all the iron plates get kicked off right here and come down this way and go up around here, and then they meet back up with this line right here. It's the same line, it's just we gotta feed it around through these green circuits, so it goes around and comes back on. And then we're using some more for the iron gear wheels. So we got plenty of iron gear wheels, we got plenty of green circuits, we got plenty of iron plates. We come up here, and this is where things get fun. This took me a long time to set up. I had to rework it a couple of times. And no, I know it's not the most compact design, it's not the most perfect design, but it is cool looking and I enjoy the way it works, so that's how we're doing it. So we got the iron plates, the iron gear wheels, and the green circuits coming in around this big loop. They stop right here. They stop at the end of where they're needed. So that's the last one that's going to need iron gear wheels or copper or the iron plates, whichever one it's using on that belt. We also have this one using the same belt for the other one. So these belts are being used for both sides all the way up here. So first one is the assemblers. And we're just feeding it with a regular inserter and a long arm inserter, and then putting it back on a belt that goes back down that way. I'll explain that down there when we get there. So we got an assembly machine for assembly machines. I know that sounds redundant, but it's actually very useful. Now we got an assembly machine for miners, and then we got belts. And then to get the underground belts, we need to add copper plates, or the iron plates rather, to the belt to get an underground belt. And it's what, a green circuit and a belt for the splitter. So that one gets a red long arm extender inserter. Okay. And then up here on the other side, we got regular yellow inserters, and they're going out on a belt. And then we got one that's making yellow inserters and feeding that into a machine that makes the long arm inserters, and that goes on the belt. Then the next assembly down is yellow inserters into blue inserters, and that goes on the belt. And then the purple ones are freaking complicated, because they take, first of all, the yellow inserter, so that needs the gear wheels and plates and the circuits, so it gets everything. And then we need the gear wheels and a yellow one to make a blue one, and it takes circuits. And then the purple one takes a blue one and more circuits. So this yellow one is just absurd, or the purple one down here is just absurd. So when we get the blue one, we get the yellow ones, or the purple ones. And then them all come around in here, and they get sorted into different boxes, but then they all get put back on the sending belt. See, I put this setup in here, was going to be where I picked everything up. Then after I made this, I'm like, you know what? I want to pick everything up somewhere else. So we got this awesome belt full of all the stuff we're making up here. It's coming down here, coming down here, coming down through here, over here, and getting sorted out in all these chests right here. So now we got stacks on stacks on stacks of all the stuff we're going to need to build a base. And I'd say our factory is about 80% complete. We still need to bring the stone up here and get all the stonework stuff built, which is the walls and the floors, and I think that's it. But throughout other spots in our base, we have like the turrets being made and the ammo being made and the radars being made. Then we're all down in the other section of base. So this is going to be like new home. This is where our main storage is going to be happening. Like, I might as well just dump all these into their proper chests, because I don't need to be carrying around 800 different inserters now. Alright, I really like that. Okay. Awesome. Let's put another chest down here for all my extra junk. And let's... hold on. I have a lot of copper plates. Let's go just do something better with copper plate. I've noticed, I figured out a thing. If you hold your mouse button somewhere with a thing in your hand and then you hit the Z key, you'll drop that item. And if you hold it, you'll drop them one at a time until they're gone. We just need to get rid of these copper plates. I'll just put them all on this belt right here. And I guess that's it. That's all it's going to take. That belt's completely full. Good. I still have way too many. Oh wait, that's all coming out. Aha. Still have way too many. Ugh. I don't know what to do with it all. I'll make a chest over here. Fill it with the garbage. Make another chest over here. Fill it with more garbage. There. Get rid of all that. Haha, we don't need that stuff. I have an empty inventory. Woo! But now I got this mess on the... Hold on. Give me a couple of belts. Haha, fixed. No remnants. Excellent. Alright, that's going to have to do it for today, everybody. We added a lot. I'd say we about doubled the size and capacity of our base. And we have now completed a factory. Almost. Next episode, we're going to get some stone up here and see what we can do about putting a floor down. Woohoo, floor. One more thing I wanted to mention before we go for today. Our research has been going fantastically the entire time I've been building this. It seriously really has. We are about at the point where we're almost done with the green and red science, and we have to add in the military science to continue. Check it out. We got what, 5, 6 more left, and then we're going to go into the military science. Now, I do understand that some of these are going to be unlocking more as we go. Like when I unlocked motors, that unlocked the trains and the cars. So I can only imagine that some of this stuff is going to unlock more in the same tier. But we're making progress here. Like I said, we're going to unlock trains and cars. That's going to be extremely helpful. So, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you like this playlist in my channel, hit the subscribe button. If you want to know when the next video comes out, hit that bell icon. You people have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Arctic Wolf out.